In this video I want to talk about how to start making money online with a zero budget, and this is kind of something that goes slightly against the grain because I've been self-employed virtually all my working life. I know that you have to invest to make money, so I've always been someone who sort of will invest in something to try and make money out of it. However, there are some free ways online, and if you're tight for money, this can be a way of getting started. So let me take you through the process, or just not really through the process but through the ideas, and hopefully later on I will go deeper with these processes, etc. So the first one is affiliate marketing. So where you can, it doesn't necessarily even have to be affiliate marketing, you can have a product that you want to sell, but affiliate marketing is where you have a product, or you don't actually have a product, you promote someone else's product and you get paid for promoting their product, and in other words you receive a commission. And one of the best ways to do this is through Facebook pages. Now I have a few Facebook pages, they're all quite new. I'm not a great fan of Facebook, but I'm told that Facebook does work, and you can simply create a Facebook page very easily. You do need to have your own personal profile, so if we look up here you can see my personal profile is Roy Breton, and then if we go to see all profiles, then you can see I have three different profiles. So this is my personal profile, which you have to create pages. So I have Roy Breton Online, A Countryman's View, Everything for the Garden. So that's the first idea for affiliate marketing, or it could be any product, but Facebook pages are good for promoting a product. The next one is create a YouTube channel. I have 3 main YouTube channels that I use. Maybe that's too many, but you can create a YouTube channel for nothing, very easy. I have videos on how to start a channel, and it's very straightforward, and I normally use a computer, but if you've got a smartphone you can do everything on a smartphone. Once again, I'm not a fan of smartphones, I just find them a bit small, but it can be done, or most of us have a laptop or something similar. I'm currently working on a desktop. So idea number 3 is social media management. Now LinkedIn is a great way to promote your brand. There's all sorts of people on LinkedIn, and if you can be consistent with LinkedIn, it's you can quickly grow an audience, and people get to know what you're interested in, and then you can start promoting your brand and offering like social media management services, which could be on Facebook, Instagram, anything. But I would say Facebook is a good way to find professionals who may want to use your services. I'm certainly a big fan of LinkedIn. So the next one is using your freelance skills. Most of us have different skills, or if we haven't, we can learn a skill. So for example, I'm not a top video editor, but I did go a little bit deeper with video editing, and I'm still learning that today, and I just try and sort of learn something I'd like to say every week, maybe not every week, but when I'm editing a video I just learn something new. But and that's just one thing you can learn. But I'm on Fiverr, which is a site that I have used to find people, and you can advertise your services on there. You can see there's all sorts of, I'm on the trending at the moment: book design, book editing, creating a website, build your brand, grow your audience, find a job, AI services. So even just looking on platforms like this can give you ideas, which is great. Now there are many other sites. Fiverr was the first one that came to mind. The sites like Upwork and many similar sites. A simple search, if you just put in sites like Fiverr, you'll quickly find very similar sites. Fiverr is probably one of the more popular ones and one of the originals. Now the next thing is print on demand, which is a little bit different. Many people are using Canva to make money. Now I do have the paid version of Canva, but to be fair, the free version is very good, and I use it to make YouTube thumbnails. But there's all sorts of things you can do with Canva. I would actually like to go deeper with it, because I know I'm only using a very small percentage of what Canva offers. So you could like offer print designs and create t-shirts, mugs, etc. and make them your own, make them unique, and promote that, for example, on a Facebook page. The next one's a bit different, and I have done this. It's house sitting. There's lots of house sitters. I just done a straightforward search, house sitters. Obviously, I would say to start with, do it in your own country, but I do know of people who go around the world house sitting, and that you can potentially work online and house sit at the same time, and you can either create your own website, or you can go on other websites and become a trusted house sitter, which isn't a bad thing to do, especially if you can work online as well. You can sort of do two jobs in one. Now, the next thing is blogging. This is a site I'm sure you've heard me talk about, Wealthy Affiliate, but you can create a free website. I am a paid member, so I have some websites hosted here, but I also have my own dedicated server for hosting. But I'm all for having your own website, having your own domain name. You can have a free domain on Wealthy Affiliate. In an ideal world, I know this is for free, we're talking about free in this particular video. In an ideal world, just for the sake of a few pounds or dollars, I would try and have your own website, but you can create a free account on Wealthy Affiliate and have one of their free websites. At least it gets you started. I'll leave a link to there, to Wealthy Affiliate, at the foot of this video. The next thing is flipping items. So you might, I've just used eBay because it's a big directory. I'm on ebay.co.uk. There's all sorts of things you can potentially buy, especially if you know about things, and perhaps sell them for more money if it's something in your niche. And it doesn't have to be eBay. It may be Gumtree, Craigslist, etc. All sorts of platforms where you can potentially flip items and make some money. Sometimes you can even make money out of junk. The next one is email list building. I've put in here, I actually use a paid email responder. I've used it for years, but there are free list builders around, and just by carrying out a free email list builder, you can find which ones are free. Just be careful that they probably only remain free when you have a smaller list. As your list grows, you'll probably need to upgrade to a paid list builder, but this can get you started, and it's a great way to start building a list. And finally, and I haven't done surveys for years, but some people actually get paid to play games and take surveys. It's not really my sort of thing. I just done a search in Google, and I had a quick look at the money saving advert. This is a trustworthy site in the UK, and they're talking about online surveys. Now obviously they don't pay loads of money, but they do pay something, and you just have to find the right ones. And once again, this video isn't about making lots of money. It's about getting started, and if you're wanting to make some extra money for free, with the ways I've suggested, you can do that. Now, in all of these 10 sort of start making money online facts, I'd like to go deeper with each of these as time goes on, and start sort of giving examples of how you can make money in the suggested ways, going into greater detail. But anyway, this is a starting point. So if you've got any questions or any thoughts on this, please feel free to leave a comment, and thank you very much for watching.